sternocleidomastoid. Why do you care about this muscle? Because it generates all kinds of crazy amounts of pain. Hello everybody, welcome to the Pain Freedom Show, where we talk about common pain syndromes and how you can solve it from home. Let's get right into it. Today we're talking about headaches, and we're talking about the sternocleidomastoid muscle and all the crazy pain syndromes it can create. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this muscle. It goes from your sternum and your clavicle all the way to the mastoid process, hence its name, sternocleidomastoid. Why do you care about this muscle? Because it generates all kinds of crazy amounts of pain. We're not just talking about headaches all around your head. We're talking about TMJ pain. We're talking about strange things that you wouldn't think a neck muscle would cause, like visual disturbances, all kinds of perception distorting phenomenon, like ringing in the ears, you can't hear as well, balance issues, blurred vision, you're seeing double, one eyelid that's drooping, red eyes. Remember, this is all just from a neck muscle being dysfunctional. We'll talk about why it's like that. Some more things that it can cause is sinus pain, pain here, pain here, pain here. That's where all your sinuses are. A runny nose. We're talking about a glop in the throat. It can cause a chronic cough. It can make you feel like you're sick. Did you ever think that a neck muscle would cause all that? What else can it do? We talked about the ears, we talked about the eyes, we talked about systemic issues. It can cause just pain in weird places. We're talking about in the side of your face. We mentioned the jaw, behind the eyes, all the way across your temples, headaches in the back, the top of your head, the front. This thing is a beast. This thing causes pain all over your body. So let's talk about why in the world would it cause so much pain? Well, basically it's around all the nerves that supply the organs in your ears and your eyes. Remember guys, spine starts at the brain, starts here, and if you have this is the biggest neck muscle that you have. If it's compressing those nerves, it's going to mess with your perception, because you need the brain to be able to communicate to the body. So why does this muscle get all messed up? Well, we have to understand what it does. This neck muscle is the agonist in head rotation, head lateral flexion, and flexion up and down. So you can imagine there's so many different ways that it can get messed up. Common cause is whiplash from a car accident, whiplash from, I've even heard that somebody's playing handball, their hand hits the wall and they get whiplash all the way up and down their neck. If you have to hold your neck in one position, like imagine if you're in a window seat and you turn to look in one direction, sustained isometric contraction of that muscle in that position for prolonged periods of time will mess this up, causing all these pain syndromes. Or if you're constantly just looking to one side, just glancing, maybe you have a computer screen over to this side. Any repetitious movement, any time that you hold your head in one position for too long, sleeping with a pillow that doesn't support you, so you're sleeping like this the whole night, sleeping on your stomach where your head has to be turned to the side. Of course, that's going to lengthen one side and shorten the other. You're going to have an imbalance, and your neck might feel like it's cocked to one side, and you have to hold it like that. We call that torticollis, which this muscle can definitely be responsible for. But for the purpose of this episode, we're going to talk about headaches. We have a headache series that we're going to go on. How do we take care of this muscle? Basically, you have to know where the muscle is. You can probably see it when people turn their heads. It starts at the clavicle and the sternum. It has two attachments, two heads. They run just like this. One like this and one like this, a little bit behind it. And they attach to the mastoid bone, which is the bone at the back and side of your head. You'll feel it right here. If you turn your head, you'll feel these muscles. They're like cables that go all the way up and down. Now, there's trigger points all the way up and down these muscles. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the best way to release a trigger point, which is basically just the muscle spasming because it's overworked, there's a metabolic crisis happening and it's trying to splint the joint, is you have to find and palpate the muscle. You can see them grabbing it right there. And what you want to search for is hypersensitivity. Once you find the place in the muscle that's very, very tender and sensitive, makes you want to jump out of your skin. Once you find it, you have to hold that. Put some ischemic pressure is what we call it, and you just hold for 30 seconds and you breathe. Nice and deep. That's how you release the trigger point. You have to put some compression on it that will relieve it. That's cutting off the pain signals from the brain to that muscle, helping it relax. And then it's getting pumped full of blood, it's getting pumped full of lymph. The muscle will relax, and you're gonna feel relief of your symptoms very quickly once you find the trigger point and you do just a couple sessions of ischemic pressure. I recommend 4 sessions of 30 seconds ischemic pressure once you find that trigger point. Or you can put on some oil and do slow stroking massage in one direction. I recommend 20 slow strokes, taking your time. And you have to feel like you're ironing, you're steamrolling the trigger point. It's gonna feel like a little pebble. Sometimes it feels bigger, sometimes it feels like a little golf ball in there. But you have to be able to find this muscle. Like I said, there's 2 heads. You might have to reach and find the one underneath. See how there's one here, you can see, and one right here. And so you're gonna have to get a little bit of discernment with your finger pads and be able to trace this muscle, but they all go to the same spot. Squeeze, 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 trace it all the way back up to the mastoid bone, go back down. If there is no sensitivity in this muscle, then you have to move on to the next muscle. The next muscle we're going to be looking at is suboccipitals, another very common cause of neck pain. So go ahead, look at this muscle, squeeze around. If you're having any of those symptoms, remember, it could be just from trigger points, compressing nerves in the top of your head. There's been miracles that have happened because people have just found trigger points in their neck muscles, released it instantly. They can see better, they can hear better, they can balance better. Their dizziness goes away. Their fainting spells that they've had for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years goes away. The chronic headaches, the migraine headaches, the TMJ pain, the pain behind the eyes, the ringing in the ears, the tinnitus. Instantly, it can go away if you deactivate these trigger points. If you want more information on learning about these, read the book that I learned this from. It's called the Trigger Point Therapy Manual, and it goes over all the muscles in the body that cause very common causes of pain syndromes. As a matter of fact, it's from the work of Drs. Travell and Simons, who concluded about 80% of common pains in the body are just from your musculoskeletal system. The muscles exerting force that shouldn't be there on the bones, compressing you, compressing the nerves, tendons, ligaments, causing your pain. And it's very simple to solve. Just find this muscle, find a good massage therapist if you cannot palpate and release. Get to work. Now let me show you one other way that you can work on these SCM muscles so that you can get some relief. Let me know how it goes. Like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing entire series of how to relieve headaches. 5 more in this series. Neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain, knee pain, hip pain, plantar fasciitis, ankle pain. We're going to go through the entire body. I've seen so many things in my practice as a massage therapist, and I want to share those with you so that you don't have to go through unnecessary pain. So go ahead and share this with somebody else who needs it. I really hope that this helped you. Now here's the bonus, how to release this with a rumble roller. Thank you so much, guys. Hope this helps. Alright, so what you want is one of these rumble rollers. See all those knobs it has in there? Those are going to really help get into those SCM muscles. And all you have to do is lie on it like it's a pillow right here. Start from the back of your head and then roll all the way forward and apply pressure. You might have to go a little bit forward onto the rumble roller, but get from that mastoid process some firm pressure. You might have to roll a little bit forward, but you're gonna find sensitive areas. Go ahead and maintain pressure whenever you find those sensitive areas and hold it and breathe. There's gonna be more sensitive areas. That's what you're looking for. Find them, put pressure, and remember, do many sessions of the trigger point release every day. We're talking about you spending maybe 2 or 3 minutes, 5, 10 times every day. It will be worth it. This will give you pain freedom. Go ahead, let me know how it works. Share it with somebody else who needs it. Have a great day.